Hello everyone and welcome to New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. Thank you for coming on board, and of course, as always, if you're watching this back later, don't forget to drop a comment and then I can say hello personally to you. And in the house we have Blue Self-Reliance. Please go and check out her fabulous channel. And we get cracking straight away today with this theme. Following this theme last week, I'm going to stick with a record, a disc. Yes. And today I thought we would check out Karaoke Party. Dawn is not a lover of karaoke. This is purely for the music. Blue said thanks. No problem, Blue. So this is more for the music on it, because obviously they are instrumentals, which I used a lot obviously for dance. I believe there's a song list with it. So yeah, if you didn't see it, this is one of two that I have. Sing along to 40 favourites, full lyrics on inside as seen on TV. Is there a date on this? Possibly. So I'm just going to read to you which songs are on this. It's a double album. No price on it. I do like to see the prices normally. I've got a feeling probably got this at a car boot sale or something in England, possibly. Yes. U-toes. Don't know what you're saying, Blue. Don't know what you're saying. Anyway, I don't like karaoke personally. If I go in a place and there's karaoke, I would come out. I know people love it, each to their own. But for me, I don't want to see people killing a song, basically. Yes, I have done karaoke. Oh, Blue says, about the karaoke. Okay. Yes, I have done it. One of the songs I did at karaoke was Zoom by Fat Larry's band. It's quite an easy one, and when you've had a lot to drink, that's a really easy one, but not for me. So don't invite me to your karaoke party. I won't come. So here's the lyric sheet. But I will read you the songs from the back of the album. Side one. So remember, these are karaoke songs. Which one would you choose? The first one is Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. And obviously the original version was Paul J. Vance and Lee Pockris. Yeah, that's a cool song for a karaoke song for sure. The second track is Bachelor Boy, Bruce Welch and Cliff Richard. Yep, that's a cool one, karaoke song. With a little help from my friends, John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Wild Thing. Yeah, I can see why that's picked, by Chip Taylor. Do-Wah Diddy Diddy, Jeff Barry and Ellie Greenwich, or Greenwich, however you want to say it. Blue says, my best friend in Australia runs karaoke. She keeps trying to get me involved. It's becoming a running joke that I will always say, nope. It's not that I can't do it, or, you know, as I say, I have done it before. It's just not my thing. As I say, for an evening entertainment, I don't want to go and listen to people killing a song, which is also another reason I don't go and watch amateur shows. Probably because of my background. When you've seen certain things, you don't want to go backwards and see amateurs killing things. So that's one reason I don't go to ballets. I strongly dislike ballets. I have been, but once you see the ultimate of something, you don't want to see things below that. And the ultimate ballet is, I think you can get it on YouTube. I think that's where I first saw it. And a ballet dancer on point. It's kind of like Cirque du Soleil, but it's not that, but that kind of group. And Chinese ballet is, I think, what it's called. And this girl, although there's multiple different people do this, the girl on her point shoes dances on the head of a man. And she does a whole dance on his head. So after you've seen that, why are you going to see people prancing around on the floor? So ultimate thing, like fireworks. When I've been to the most ultimate display, why do I want to go and watch another one? Those kind of things. So that. The next song is I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. The next song is I Like It by Mitch Murray. The next song is Those Were the Days by Gene Raskin. The next one, All You Need Is Love. Yes, I can see why that's there. John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Oh, I Love You, Love Me, Love. Yes, that's something that's always sung at karaoke. Oh, this one I like. Obla Dee, Obla Da. That's quite a good one. That's a cool one. John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Tainted Love. It's Not Unusual. Oh gosh, yes, you can imagine that, can't you? Night Fever, Barry Gibb, Robin Gibb, Maurice Gibb. Get It On, Mark Bolan. Handyman. Can't think what that one is. Handyman. Otis Blackwell and Jimmy Jones. Can't recall that one top of my head. Mike saying yes, but then Mike knows a lot of music. You quiz him on music, he'll probably know the answer. Oh Pretty Woman, Roy Orbison and Bill Dees. Venus, A Groovy Kind of Love. I really do like that song. By the way, if you ever want to do karaoke and you're a little bit nervous, don't choose a slow song. Groovy Kind of Love. When Will I Be Famous by the Brothers. New York, New York. Oh, so overplayed. Next one, Yellow Submarine. That's probably a fun choice. John Lennon and Paul McCartney. He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. Yes, you can see that one many a time at karaoke. You'll Never Walk Alone. Keep that one to the very end of the night when everyone's had lots of drinks. Summertime Blues, Eddie Cochran. Pearl's the Singer. Good Luck Charm. Can't think of that one top of my head. He's a Rebel, Gene Pitney. Kathy's Clown, Don and Phil Everly. It's Only Make Believe, Conway Twitty and Jack Nance. Two really interesting names there. And the last section, Imagine, John Lennon. I could play that on the piano. Good tune, says Blue. Which one would you choose, Blue? I know you would do karaoke, but what's your choice of song here? Bebopaloola, Gene Vincent and Sheriff Tex Davis. Fame, that's actually quite a hard one, I would say. Michael Gore. Super Trooper, obviously, any ABBA songs. If I Fell, can't recall that one. That's John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Don't know that one top of my head. Mike's singing it. I'm pretty sure you can't hear that. As I'm smiling. He's so sweet. He's still singing. Blowing in the Wind, Bob Dylan. Singing the Blues. Woolly Bully. Deo, the Banana Boat song. Deo, Deo. and The Last Waltz. That's a nice one if you can sing it. If you can sing, then The Last Waltz is a really lovely song. And we have in the house the NDT show. He's been doing some amazing Halloween clips and all the shops and things you can buy. But the most amazing one was his house decorated, or his garden. Do go and look at that. It's awesome. So NDT show, check it out. Do go and check out the channel. Okay, so that was the karaoke choices. Let me know which song you would have liked of those. I think The Last Waltz, if someone can sing it, just because it's not used all the time for karaoke. I don't like things that are overplayed. Okay, let's go on to this section. So what are we talking about today? Well, today we're going to talk about red and white currants. Red and white currants. All you'll need to know if you want to grow red and white currants. And it says the only difference between red and white currants is the colour of the fruit. Both types of currant have very distinctive, slightly tart flavour, but unlike many other types of fruit, they have a comparatively short season around midsummer. Red currants in particular are very attractive, and the bushes can be trained into standards, cordons or fans and used as a decorative feature. As well as being used as a fruit in their own right, both are widely used as decorations on cakes and in a wide range of desserts and savoury dishes. Both red and white currants prefer sunny site and a rich, moisture-retentive soil. Plant between autumn and early spring at intervals of 1.2 to 1.5 metres. Cordons can be 30 centimetres apart and fans can be 1.8 metres apart. Mulch in spring with well-rotted organic material. Propagate from hardwood cuttings taken in early autumn. Initially, prune back all main stems to 4 buds. After that, prune in spring and summer, reducing the growth on the new leader by about half, and that on laterals to about 8 centimetres in spring and to 4 or 5 leaves in summer. Once the bushes are established, cut back all side shoots to 1 bud and take the tip out of the main stems. Let new shoots from the base replace older wood. If you're growing them as cordons, in early spring remove 1/3 of the new growth on the leader and cut back laterals to 3 buds. In summer, cut back all laterals to 5 leaves. Harvesting and storage. Pick when the currants are ripe. Taking the whole cluster of fruit. They could be frozen or turned into preserves, but remove the stalks first. Pest and disease. Birds which will attack both buds and fruit are likely to be the biggest problem. Aphids and blackcurrant gall mites may also be troublesome. Grey mould may be a problem, and coral spot can affect the branches. So there's a brief overview for you of red and white currants. Let's check the chat. We have in the house Steve and Tina Jewel. Do go and check out their channel, guys. Do go and check them out, and I've got a big apology for Steve and Tina Jewel. I did message your channel and hope you saw it. Anyone who's not aware of what happened, I was doing my live on Friday on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and for once I was twiddling my thumbs waiting for because it's a scheduled one, waiting for the right time. And the time for me when I do that live schedule on Friday is 2:30 p.m. It's morning for most of you guys. And I was twiddling my thumbs, and I thought for some reason these ones are 5:30 p.m. for me. And for some reason, instead of it being 2 p.m., which is the time it's scheduled, I thought it was 2:30 p.m. I schedule it for. All of a sudden, crazy. And I was just sitting twiddling my thumbs. I thought, I'll just turn StreamYard on. And it said it's showtime, which is what comes up when you're supposed to be live. And I was like, what? That was about 20 past. So it'd been a good 20 minutes. And I saw the comments. Stephen Tina put waiting and here and whatever else. And I was like, no, obviously they'd gone. It was like 20 minutes later. So I did apologise. And it's annoying because it's the one time I was actually here and had nothing to do, killing time. And I was 20 minutes late to my own party. I did then go in after I did do the live then. So if any of you thought I wasn't on, do go and look. I did do it. And I did go on afterwards on my channel. And I've got a feeling when I used to do lives via YouTube, if you were late, it kept all that lateness up in the video, like when the video of the lives posted, because I do know they had the option you could go in like all lives and edit. So I thought, I've got to go in and figure out how to edit a live down and get rid of the blankness. But no, it only showed the whole thing, I guess, because I had to physically click live. So do go and watch it if you missed it. And I did make my excuses there, basically, as well. Oh, Shirley, glitter and light to you, Dawn. Bless you. Poor Shirley had a little kerfuffle in her life today. No fault of her own. She was trying to mentor her chat. Bless you, Glitter. You did very well with that. Best not to get involved. And funny how the two arguing both said they were leaving the chat, but neither had left the chat, and they both commented later. Oh dear, poor Shirley. Poor Shirley. Oh dear, that's great. Everyone's hello to each other. Blue says just swapping over to my phone so I can make dinner. Yes, it's Blue's dinner time. Blue is 2 hours behind me now. 2 hours behind me. Stephen Tina said we've nearly missed our own premiere. This is one reason why I don't schedule all week. I just schedule Monday and Wednesday on this channel and Friday on the other channel, because I want to be free to do other things. So best not to always schedule them all, and other factors as well. Yes. But that did come to bite me again in the end. Mike calls it bad fairy when you do something wrong and sort of fate takes a turn on you. I don't know if it was because of that, or I did actually, if you listen to that live, I talked about we went out and we celebrated something big, which you can hear in that live. And I went out and ate whatever I wanted. And I thought, like some of you that are on diets and whatever else and restrictions, I thought, one day won't hurt. Oh, I suffered all weekend. All weekend I've been suffering. And bad fairy is the fact that I had to start picking the olives. So I had to do that regardless of how I was feeling, because the weather conditions were perfect. Stephen Tina say it's 7:50 a.m. there. Yes, and here it's nearly 6 p.m. Nearly 6 p.m. So I'm way ahead. I'm sort of finishing up my day a bit, and you're starting out yours. So let me tell you, it was a wonderful day. Okay, let's come out the chat and let's move on to our next topic for today. Stephen Tina, we were talking about Cyprus in one of my lives that you were on, and I couldn't find the link to the video. I found it, so I put it under on my other channel, Thursday's live that I've done last Thursday's one on my other channel, Inspirational Thursday Thoughts. The link to the Cyprus video, I was trying to say, I've put it in there. So I'm sure that's where I put it. Yes, that's where I put it. It was after I did that live. That's the one we were talking about, the history of Cyprus. I couldn't find the link and I found it. I'd actually linked it, the URL I'd put under customs, like Cyprus customs, and I wasn't looking there. So that's where it is. So if you want to know about the history of Cyprus, the link is on my other channel under the Thursday live, Thursday just gone. Stephen Tina says, overcast, looks like rain. I have burnt my back picking the olives today, only like the neck. Yeah, it's that hot. I got up really early. I'm going to get up as early tomorrow because I'm trying to start picking as soon as there's light to see, start picking to try and avoid the heat. Blue says nearly 4 p.m. here. Yes, do you know you're exactly 2 hours behind me? Not just 2 hours and a bit. You're exactly 2 hours. So yeah, we're brilliant. Okay, so I thought I haven't told you anything about Cyprus for a little while. So I thought today I would talk about baptisms and christenings and baptisms, how they are done in Cyprus, and it's quite different. The parents have no role in baptism ceremonies. And when they say baptism, they're also talking about christenings here. It's a long story. Some mothers still observe the custom of staying outside the church. Yes. The godparents recite the creed on the infant's behalf, and then oil is added to the water in the font and blessed. The child is stripped, placed in the font, and water is poured over its head. Yes, actually in the font, not held over the font. The priest and godparent anoint it with oil, making the sign of the cross. The priest then takes the sacred myrrh, which is the precious oil prepared in Constantinople, and makes crosses on the child's forehead, cheeks, arms, legs, feet, and palms. Yeah, all over. 3 tufts of hair are cut from the baby's head before it is dried and dressed in new clothes supplied in triplicate by the godfather. The godparents then hold the child in their arms and its first communion is administered. Yeah, so that's a little bit different, I would think, to some of you, what you know, where you are. Yes. So if you do that kind of thing, if that's your beliefs and your faiths, then you will probably know that is very different. Okay, let's move on to your favourite section. I know you know what it is. Bit Halloweeny, didn't it, actually? Bit Halloweeny. Okay, so I have 3 for you today because they're a little shorter than my long ones. Oh, we're still on religion. A bishop addressing a school for small boys remarked, "I can remember a dormitory with 7 little boys in it. When the lights were turned out, 6 boys stayed in bed, but the 7th got out, knelt down and said his prayers. Can you think of anything braver than that?" One boy said, "Yes, sir, I can." And the bishop, somewhat startled, said, "Well, my little man, what is it?" And the boy said, "Well, sir, I can think of a dormitory with 7 bishops in it. When the lights were turned out, 6 bishops got out of bed, knelt down and said their prayers, but the 7th bishop stayed in bed." Okay, a little short one. A little girl taken to the ballet for the first time and fascinated by the dancers dancing on the tip of their toes. "Mummy," said the little girl, "why don't they just get taller ladies?" And the last one. The little boy's puppy was sick, and his mother said, "We must take him to the vet. That's an animal doctor." The little boy thought for some time. Then he said, "Mummy, will this animal doctor be a dog or a cat?" So they are your jokes for today. You like that? Good. Oh dear. Okay, let's move on to the next section, which is this. Look out for my video of what I do 10 minutes before I do a live, and you will see all this from my perspective. Yes, it's coming up. Okay, so we're still reading, would you believe? I've only got a few pages left of my very thin book, very thin, of Aesop's Fables. This one is called Snake is Fed Up. "Zeus, Zeus, I hate to complain, but I'm fed up," said the snake. "Fed up with what?" Zeus sighed. "All day long, people walk all over me," the snake wailed. "They trample on my tail, they march on my middle, they hop on my head. That's why I'm fed up." Zeus replied, "If you had bitten the first man who trod on you, the next one would have thought twice about doing the same thing." And the moral or proverb of that story is, sometimes the best tactic is to show that you mean business from the start. Yes, for sure. Okay, let's move on to this. I'm sharing with you what I've just posted or about to post, and so you don't miss any of the good stuff. So my last video I had previously posted on tranquility through life's natural beauty was another episode 6 of my napkin folding. If you want to know, especially with Christmas coming up, if you want to know different ways to fold napkins, I have a whole lot of videos on them. As I say, this is number 6, and this one shows triangle blocks and peacock's tail. Now let me tell you this, if I'm showing them, they've got to be easy to do. So none of this complicated origami stuff, just lots of different ones. And I think it might be in my playlist of hobbies and craft ideas. I think it's a playlist of that where you can find the napkin folding. And then the next video to be posted on this channel will be part 8, episode 8, that I'm reading of my nan's autobiography. She was born in 1918 and she was living in London, the central part of London. And this one talks about Putney, the River Thames, the boat race, palm toffee, working in factories in the old days, and a murder on the towpath. It's real, it's not fictional. So if you're interested in that, now that does have its own playlist. I think it's something like My Nan's Autobiography, something like that it's called. So if you're interested in that, do start with part 1, because when I do each episode, I just carry on reading from where I left off. So do start from part 1, and it's really interesting. Really interesting. Okay, so on this channel, I posted most recently, let me see, I talked about this before, the red bugs, that suddenly they're all over certain parts of America and they don't know what they are, and they haven't sought information from those that do know what they are. They're a Mediterranean bug. So I've done ID of those, and also identifying some other bugs that we have here, and you may well have some of them too. Shirley does not have them where she lives. We've had discussion on the red bugs. Then I posted today, continuing with one of our projects. If you like our build projects, then have a look at that. And the next video that's coming up on this channel, which will be posted on Wednesday, is what I referred to earlier. It's called Behind the Scenes of a YouTuber, what I do 10 minutes before a live stream on StreamYard. And what do you think I do 10 minutes before? I show you, first of all, before that, my setup, how I set up my lives, as in what's over there, what's there, what's there, what's here. So you can imagine then when you watch it, you can then think, I know what you've got. I know what you're looking at. I know what you're doing. So I show you my setup first of all. And then after that, I show you what I do 10 minutes before a live. Yes, very interesting. And I've actually said in that video, if it's an idea you want to do for your channel, it can be quite fun. And if you do make a video on it, don't forget to just basically in your video give a shout out to my channel, and obviously put a link to my channel in your description. I've got no qualms with people using my content, my ideas, as long as they do just give me a shout out for giving the idea. Lou says, Blue says she runs to the toilet, she has a smoke and grab a brew and a jug of water. What do you think I do 10 minutes before? Let's have your funny answers now. What does Dawn do 10 minutes before? I do say it depends on what my live is. So I do mention that within it, because obviously a day like today, I've obviously gone and grabbed the stuff to set up. It was actually the live from the 1st of November, which was a Wednesday. Steve and Tina were there in the chat, so you'll see I have a little laugh there. Yeah, so I think that's all that we're on here now that was in that live where I was filming. You'll know if I did mention I was filming. You could see the camera here. You could see the camera there, because I wanted to show you from your side, from my side, what you don't see. And I start the live, obviously, because I'm filming the live at the beginning as well. And I do talk to you, the camera, while I'm playing the little intros and that. So, yeah, and you'll see how many things I do have in this panel down the side here. So I show you all those and how I find them fairly easily now, fairly easily. But I wonder what you guys think I do just before. I definitely do the toilet thing, and I definitely get the water, saying that I haven't got a drink today. Oh, and you know, I was saying about I was running out of my free time on the StreamYard, and I can't remember how much I had for when I was doing the last one on Friday, and that would have been because mine runs from the 5th to the 5th of each month. So Friday was my last one, And because I'd gone carefully the few before that, I did have quite a bit of time left. So as soon as I finished my live on on Friday, as soon as I finished my Friday live, I jumped onto my Everything Dance channel and did a quick live stream there, for the fact that I thought I wouldn't be able to get one out there. I'm doing one a month possibly there. Again, they're pop-ups. But I thought, oh, I've got time left. Let's irk it to the very end. And StreamYard have informed me that if you run out of time during the live, it does not cut off your live. But please don't do that again. I don't think they'd expect you to go on and do, like some people do, like 2-3 hour live, whatever. I don't think they'd want you to do that if you've got 30 minutes left, for example. But it was just enough that I went on and did my Everything Dance. I did a Q&A on there. Did a Q&A. So yeah, do take a look at that. Okay, let's move on. Let's do, oh, I'm on the wrong page. Let's do this. It would have been quite funny doing my live from this side of the screen on a Monday, because you should see where I toss stuff when I'm done with it. I now actually toss the disc, because I still use the disc. You know, the disc I've now got in the intro, I still use those. And what I do is put them in between or on the pages of what I want to read. So I'll stick it, if I'm reading from the garden book, I'll stick it in there, and then I flip them over and they got the numbers on the back. So as I finish with those, I don't want to clear up a big mess at the end. So I'm now throwing them in a pile under my desk, and the stuff I've shown you now goes to my right on a bar stool. But in this live, where I do behind the scenes of the live, you'll see there's an issue with the bar stool. It was a good plan, but it doesn't always pay off. Yes. Okay, so Nax Hacks, no, not Nax Hacks. Yes, Nax Hacks, Facts and Stats. Nax Hacks, Facts and Stats. There. So what we're doing today. Oh, I was doing something, and I just told you how I know the page, and I took it out while I've been talking to you, and the page flipped over. I found it. Oh no, I haven't found it. That one I've done before. Oh dear. Oh dear. It was about apples. I was doing about apples. Ah, is it this one? I don't think it was this one, because I've done some on the other side. Oh, here we go. Found it. Phew. Okay. I knew I wanted to do about apples. When stewing apples, use less sugar, and I'd add 1 tablespoon, 5 ml, of syrup. To keep fruit whole when stewing, always bring the water or syrup to the boil before adding the fruit, then simmer gently. Try grating a cooking apple into the mixture when making bread and butter pudding for a different flavour. Slice apples into slightly salted water when preparing them for cooking. This prevents browning. I use lemon juice for anything to stop things changing colour. Make fruit crumble extra tasty. Substitute bran for half the flour. There. So they are my Nax Hacks, Facts and Stats for today. See, I can do it when I'm thinking what I'm saying. Yes. Lou's back again at the PC. Dinner's in the oven. We need the menu. You know, you have to tell us what you're having, Blue. What are you having today? Who's going over to Blue's? It's lucky, really, that some of you aren't nearby blues, because I'm sure you'd pop in. Anyway, let's have this little interlude while we're waiting. My email, because I know I've put it on the film, but then you obviously can't grab it then, so I'll leave that up for a minute while we see if Blue's told us what's on the menu for today. Stephen Tina, we use lemon as well. Yes, obviously, as I've got lemon trees, it costs nout. Bacon and mushroom fritter for the boys. Yes, I like mushrooms. I don't eat bacon, so I won't come today, Blue. And I'm not a boy either, so won't be there today, Blue. Sounds nice, Blue. It certainly does. Blue, I don't know if you've seen any of Tina's cooking on their channel. Oh my goodness. It's exceptional. Really nice. Really nice. Really nice stuff. Let me take that off now. Take that down. And yes, if you have any other topics that you would like me to include on Mondays, then write them in the comments here, now, or below if you're watching this back later. If there's things you'd like me to feature constantly, I will have to make a little disc for it. No, I will just make my little film, my little Canva film, and that would be an excuse to do that. Oh, let me say why I think of it. You will not see me on your channels for a little while. I did go on Shirley's live today only because I was done in. But because I'm picking my olives now, I've just started picking the olives. Any spare moments I get, I will be out there picking. I will not have time to sit and watch YouTube. Yes, I could do the evenings, but I don't. I don't watch YouTube in the evenings. I spend my evenings with Mike. So I won't be on your channels for a while. Don't think I've disappeared, because of course I'm going to do my free time posting and editing and my lives. So just let you know, don't think I've left your channel. I will be back, but until once you start picking the olives, you've got to get them done. And I would say I've done a third. Yes, I'm fast. I have done a third. It's just me, only me picking the olives. I have picked, I would say, a third. I've just got to a tree that's absolutely laden because I didn't cut it right back. There's a few trees when I was cutting them all right back over the last 2 years. There was a few I thought, that would be all right. No, now they're huge matty trees. So I've hit 2 or 3 of those so far. And I was like, no. That motivates me to cut them. So, of course, when I finish picking the olives, I'm going to then go and cut them all before all the blossom comes. Yes. No, I do not knock them off with a stick. Nope. I hand pick my olives. Yes, I don't drop them on the floor. That's bad karma for the olives. Bad karma. I hand pick. I don't shake the tree. It bruises them. I don't shake the tree. We've tried all sorts of things when we first came. We tried the raking thing. You should never use the vibrators. I don't know if any of you see the mechanical vibrators. If you don't care about them, you're just like, then that's fine. But we have double filtered extra virgin olive oil we make from ours, and we need the highest quality of olives. So I am literally hand picking them, hence one reason why I cut all the trees down, because seeing as our volunteers let me down, I have got to pick them all my own, and that is no great deal other than getting a little bit monotonous. And I even went to bed last night, and I'm not joking, I could see purple olives in front of my eyes all the time. You get that, you get olive blindness when you pick olives like that. So they are all reachable, all by maybe 2-3 trees at the most. I will have to use a step ladder. And we've got one, and I didn't cut this one back. I cut a few bits out the middle. It's not the one by the swimming pool that you might see. It's the one a little bit further down, which is when you see where I have my rabbit cages, that area. If you look there, you might see the tree by my rabbit cages. I grow in rabbit cages. I don't have rabbits. Where I have those, it's a big tree right there, and that one is a problem because it's on a ridge. So it's on this top bit. Then I can pick round this side, I have to think which way, but I can't pick this side. And you can't put a ladder there because it's mountainside, so it's not like a slope, or you just can't pick that one. So I'm actually jumping that one. I've got one more to do over that side, then I'm on the upper olive grove, then the lower olive grove. That's all I will have left to do. But I've got one more over by my strawberry bed. When I've done that, I've just got the upper olive grove and the lower olive grove to go, which doesn't sound a lot, but it is. I think there's some tall trees there as well that I didn't get to. And so I've left this one that's got this slopey thing going on, and I will have to climb the tree physically for that. So I thought I'd pick all the others, then go back to that one. Stephen Tina says, when I was fruit picking, I would be picking in my sleep. Yeah, literally, I went to bed and I was like, oh yeah, pick that one and that one. Seeing them knock them off. Yeah, there's all sorts of ways. Different countries also do it different ways. In Cyprus, we pick carobs with, I'm sure you've seen it on my clips, with a long bamboo pole. And the reason for that is they knock it off. I've showed you when my local, she's got property here, but she doesn't live here. When she comes, she gets our carobs and she whacks that with a stick and they fall down. 2 reasons. One, the trees are huge, you'd never get a ladder up to them. And secondly, the blunt-nosed vipers, they're dangerous snakes. They nest in because the trunks go quite hollow and they nest in there, so you won't go sort of under the tree. So yeah, different ways. As I say, you get machines that can churn, you get vibrating machines that look like 2 fork things that go like this. People do that, shake them. We did put cloths out for, I think, maybe the first 2 years or whatever, and then as I say, we got the very high quality oil, and we don't bruise them or anything, because if we sell the oil, you have to pay for them to be processed, whether you're selling the oil or selling the olives. So they still want you to pay to process them. We don't know what we're doing. I think we're going to sell the olives this year. And they put their hand in and they look at, obviously, they know you're going to put the worst ones at the bottom, and they scoop down, get some up, and they're always like, oh, wow. And they see ours. So you don't want bruised ones and bits in there. And the first year when we said, oh, we're selling it, and he took it out and he's like, oh, wow. And some other locals go like, oh. And they were saying, where do you live? Where do you live? And I don't know if you know, it's an extremely bad year for olives around most of the world. The best olives are Cyprus, Greece, and Italy. They are your 3 top countries. If you're buying olive oil, they're the places you want to get them. And Italy have barely any olives this year. Greece has barely any olives this year. Cyprus has areas where they have no olives or not very many olives. We do fine here, so very good. Stephen Tina says, I was thinking about snakes in the tree. We only have one that will climb the trees, and that's a Montpelier snake. The Montpelier snake, that one can give you a nasty bite, but it's not dangerous. The blunt-nosed vipers don't climb in any shape or form. They're more dangerous because as big as they are, they're the great big fatty ones, viper. They're dangerous because although they're so big, you can't see them. They are that camouflaged, and also they don't move. If you come near them, they don't move. They're frightened and don't move. Hence, that's the way you'll get bitten, by treading on them, which is the first thing I say to guests when they come. Don't put your hands or your feet where you can't see, so you won't reach into anything. You won't go running through a field of tall grass. That's where you will get bitten, in like a cornfield or things like that. So as long as you're careful, and I've said it before, supposedly they look like a bit of rag on the ground, as in, like, you know, they just lay all sort of funny. They don't coil, they just kind of fold back on themselves, so it looks like a piece of cloth on the floor. So they say if you see something, you think, oh, don't pick it up unless you know what it is. Don't touch it. Sounds like puff adders in Africa. Puff adders, yeah, these aren't constrictors, these are vipers. If you're interested, on my other channel I have every single snake that we have and all about them on videos on that. I think it would just be on the playlist animals, so you'll have to search through that, I believe. I don't know if I've done any on this one, but the blunt-nosed viper, let me see if I can find quickly for you and do a link. As I say, I've done one of each one separately, but let's find the blunt-nosed viper. Snakes of Cyprus, black whip, blunt-nosed viper, 61. Let me pop that in. Oh, brought up the wrong word, doc. Right, so it's on Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, video 61, 71, 60, 61. Copy, paste. There, that's the link to the blunt-nosed viper. I was about to kick one, see if it was alive. Oh my goodness. So you're saying that's the one, the same, that it will just lay there. Good job, thought better left alone. Mike went, knowing what he knows I like to collect snake skins. We often find snake skins here. And he thought he saw a good one of that, and he went to pick it up, and it was blunt-nosed viper, still alive. And yeah, still alive. And he went to pick it up. And luckily it was like, it sort of turned and whoa. Yes, you don't have much time though to get the anti-venom. They can't store a lot of the anti-venom. It has to be very fresh, and we're too far away from anti-venom, but never mind. Puff adder's poisonous. Yes, this is deathly. It's the only deathly one that we have. Puff adder's poisonous. So I had to answer the phone. That's all right, Blue. That's all right, no worries. Yeah, so that's the link to the blunt-nosed viper. I did talk about the Montpelier one. Let's find the link to that one. We have pink worm snake. That's interesting. We have a cat snake. I saw the Montpelier one. Very rare to see those. Let me see. Very rare to see a Montpelier one, but we did have one. So I got a little bit of footage of that. Let's see. Montpelier 19. Video 19. 19. Going down my Word doc. 28, 22. Montpelier snake. Oh, this one was in our pool. In our swimming pool. One of many. It's been in our swimming pool. So that's a link to the Montpelier snake. If any of you are watching this back later and you want these links, I don't know if the chat stays up. So if you're interested in a link, just drop a comment and say what you want the link for, and then I can drop the comment under the video when it's back. Yes, Blue grew up around poisonous snakes. Yes, Australia, and that was one thing when we looked at where we wanted to live, which country we wanted to rest in, our final resting place, and why we didn't go much further, because I can't be doing with all those poisonous things. So we wanted the heat, but if you go much further, you get the terrible weather, as in, yes, we get hurricanes and earthquakes here, but not like Florida, that literally every year, and to very bad damage. And also, yes, we have a poisonous snake. The others will give you a nasty bite and you will be ill, but we only have one deathly snake. Can't be bothered. You can set the chat up to stay in your studio. How do I do that? How do I do that, Miss Blue? How do I do that? It's like, as well, I don't get the choice to monetize or not monetize on StreamYard. So I think I just go back in YouTube. It just says it's monetized. So if I didn't want to monetize it, I suppose I'd change it in there. So, yes. Mind you, so saying that, I think I do tend to read everything out and say who's in the chat. So I don't think that's too problem. I can talk you through a video call one day. Do you know what, Blue? One day we do need to do that. Just have a video call anyway, Blue. We just need to do that. We can do that through this, can't we? Through StreamYard. I'm sure that's something I can do, because that would be like where it says private chat. So that would be that, I would think, on there. Can you StreamYard? Oh, there you go, for video calls and share screens as well without actually going live. Now, while we're talking about StreamYard, I still cannot share the screen. I still cannot. I know how to do it. Let's see if I can show you what comes up. So I go on share screen. Oh, I've got nothing up. I need to have something on my screen. Wait a minute. Let me have something on my screen. Oh, hold on. No, I tell you, I could put... Wait, I don't need to do that. I could just put up my Word doc. Right, I'll put my Word doc up. Right. Share screen. Share screen to monitor screen sharing works best on a good computer. That might be my downfall. Some screens let you share audio. Look for share audio. Don't show these tips again. Share screen. Choose what to share with StreamYard. This site will be able to see the contents of your screen. Entire screen. You know what, it's going to work now. No, I can't press share. Share is not there. I've got on my screen, but it's got loads of it's going into oblivion. There isn't the option of sharing. No, the blue button that says share is not lit. Select a tab to share. I can't do anything. I cannot share screen. Window. No, it's not letting me. Can you see it down below where people pop up? No, it's the middle of my computer screen. It's the middle of my computer screen. I can do it says window or entire screen, but then at the bottom it says share as a blue button, but it's blanked out. No. And I know you share your screen all the time. Cancel. Ah, it says here your browser has blocked your screen. Click the screen icon. Oh gosh, information. Click the screen icon. Click the screen icon. Oh, down there, screen icon, yeah. In your address bar to allow access, then reload the page. Interesting. Share screen. No, it's not letting me. It's not letting me do it. No. Do you have a pop-up blocker? That might be it. Ooh, that might be. Because I've got like a ad blocker. Yes, Blue. That's exactly it. Yay. Yes, that's what the message is. Your browser's blocked your screen. Hey, you've got the answer. Yes, of course. Super Blue, Super Blue. Oh dear, you know what that means, don't you? Super Blue had the answer. So when we have something super and amazing happen, we have to clap blue. That'd be why, hun. You have to say that StreamYard is an exception. Yes, that's right. You can go on your blocker, can't you, and say not that, not that. Perfect. We found the answer. Did you like your clapping? And I say something very funny about the clapping in my video that I'm posting on Wednesday about behind the scenes. So listen carefully when I talk about that clapping bit. I say something very funny, and it was just me talking, and I say funny things, and I was like, oh, maybe I should take that out. And I was like, no, that's me. That's my humour. And it was just so natural. I just said something and it was funny. So watch very carefully that bit. Oh, I will do. Yes, because I nearly said it then. If I said it live, I might get a strike. It's not swearing. Oh dear, that's quite funny. Oh dear. Have any of you done that? You do a video and you think, ooh, should I put that in? Yes, go for it. Oh dear. Yes, that would explain it. I get annoyed when I follow all directions how to do things. I still can't also show a picture. Now, people have said to me, I need to do blah, blah with the picture first, run it through something. I don't want to do that. I just want to find on my computer something and go, oh, yeah, like this. Or like today, I could have gone, oh, here's a picture of a blunt-nosed viper. I can't do that. Might that be the same reason? I don't know. But I can't share a picture. I can share film. I've got round that bit. Let me see. Slides. Was that pictures? No. Slides. Slides from your computer. Upload file. Don't want a file. It's the same with the ad blocker or pop-up blocker. You have to make StreamYard the exception. Okie dokie. Yes, so I can't do pictures. No, what are you doing that for, Dawn? That's wrong. I remember when I first went on StreamYard yonks ago, and I just played. Does that do anything? No. Nothing happens. Nothing. Extra camera. No. Video file. That's all I do. I do video file. That way you can share page or picture. Right. So I'm going to do that. And then it annoys me. I just want to show a picture sometimes and I have to find film. I shared pictures, photos on my Everything Dance channel when I was doing a live there. And I wanted to show a picture of me in my first dance costume. And I knew I couldn't do it. So what I did, I'll show it to you now. I'm the little one, by the way. The icicle, not the one in the tutu. So what I did, I put the picture through my how I edit films, ran it for so many seconds, and now I play the photo now as a film. So this is me in my first dance costume. I'm the little one, not the one in the tutu. See, so I shared a photo, but that's actually a film. It's a film. And that was the only way I could do that. I thought, I need to show it because I was talking about my history of dance, starting with my first days of dancing. And I want to say that was my first show. And I couldn't show the picture. So I'm quite genius. I try to be. Oh, bless. Let's see it again. Yeah, I'm the fatty. I'm the fatty little one. That's me. Ah, I was an icicle. I was an icicle. This one I made a blunder with, though. I only ran it for 2 seconds. This is me in my dance uniform. Yes. Oh, dear. Yes, so I just have to play about and do things the best I can in my own funny little way. Yes. Okay, so it has been requested yet again. Tell me if any of you are fed up with seeing it. This is Mr. Colin Waffles when he was on my tablet learning Greek, and when he'd finished learning Greek, he turned off the tablet before he went off. We do call him the goof because he's a klutz. Today, one of my cats was in the kitchen looking out, like really looking at something. So I had a look. It was Pebbles, what she was looking at. So I looked out, and Mr. Colin Waffles, we've got an outside sink that we can see from the kitchen that I washed like vegetables and that as I picked them from the garden, get the earth off. And it's an old butler sink. And Mr. Colin Waffles was standing 2 legs on one side of it and 2 legs on the other side, up at the tap, sucking some water out. It wasn't dripping, and he was like got his tongue up the tap, sucking water out. And I was like, oh, he does that. He likes hoses. He loves hoses unless you get him wet. And then when he finished, he got in the sink. So he got the forelegs in the sink and went to sleep. Blue says she had a navy leotard just like that one. Yes, it used to annoy me. Modern days, you get lycra leotards, but you'll remember they were cotton. They mostly had long sleeves or 3/4 sleeves. There wasn't sleeveless leotards. And I will go on my dance journey video live. And when I get to the point of when clothes change for dancing, my goodness, what we had to wear, and then it all changed. So I'm going to do a whole episode just on changes of dance wear. Yes, itching, hot and awful. Yes, used to sweat under your arms, and then obviously as you get bigger as well, you've got sweat patches. Oh my goodness, no stretchy material going on there. And a lot of them, did yours have a zip up the back? Some of them even had a zip up the back because they so weren't much stretchy. Yeah, but I will do all talk of that, what we had to wear, and it changed as you got older. You had to wear something else. As you say, the stage school I went to for younger ones, it was a red leotard, but you wait till what the older ones had to wear. Lou says, my dance teacher, I was as graceful as a hippo. So that gave me the out I needed to get out of it. Well, as you can see, I wasn't thin. I've shown pictures before when I was a baby, and I was a right podgy. I was a right old podgy. Let's find podgy again. Here's podgy. And bear in mind, next to me is my older sister. Look how thin she is in comparison. She was a snowflake and I was an icicle, obviously. And I tell a great story about the headwear to that on my channel. So if any of you haven't found my other channel that I'm talking about, I'm doing my lives there of my dance history from day one, and in between those I'm doing Q&A about dance exercise, becoming famous, how you become famous, and all sorts of things, anything and anything dance related. So here's a bit back. Blue was saying I was a stick, but I used to land with a thump. Oh dear. I think everyone can dance. That annoys me when people say they can't dance, because everyone can. They just have their own form of freestyle. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to finish, as always, with a quote and then my outro. And I want to thank you all for watching, and those in the chat and those watching back later. As I say, do drop me a message just so I can thank you personally for being there. So see you. My next live will be tomorrow on my other channel, but it's a pop-up. It's a tour and I'm not going to say what it's a tour of tomorrow. You have to tune in and find out. And then we're back here on Wednesday, same time as today. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon.